On Wednesday night, we covered the Australian campaign to get more tourists to Australia, and we talked about the fact that many of those tourists may end up coming to New Zealand. And lots of you emailed and texted in and said, our infrastructure can't support them. So we were starting to look at that and report on it for tonight. And then this story popped up and really got people exercised. So we're going to begin with it and then go to the big picture. The German and Australian tourists on a mission to travel New Zealand free from money, who say they have received death threats following a news story revealing they ate at a Wellington soup kitchen. On Thursday, that's yesterday, Stuff reported 25-year-olds Anna Karg and Enoch Aureus hadn't spent a cent in 2 weeks in New Zealand and were hoping to survive off the kindness of strangers. But as Katie Scotcher reports, not everyone is happy, resulting in, well, that old phrase, a social media backlash.
Tourists Anna and Enoch have been dumpster diving, hitchhiking, couch surfing and foraging as they make their way across the country. The pair visited the Compassion Soup Kitchen in Wellington for a meal on Thursday, which upset many Stuff readers. Soup Kitchen manager Karen Holland says she understands why some Wellingtonians are upset, as many donate to the kitchen.
I think Wellingtonians are quite proud of the mahi here at the Soup Kitchen and the fact that we have been established to help people in need. And so I think Wellingtonians see what they're doing as disrespectful, but our kaupapa is not to turn anyone away.
She says the organisation doesn't ask questions when people come to them for a meal. Documenting their journey on Facebook, the couple says they've received food from strangers and shops and have foraged for meals during their journey. Sustainability advocate Matt Morris says foraging is practiced globally and tourists should be able to do it here.
My view is that it's a basic human right, and our culture is kind of shifting back to recognising that that's the case. But, there is always a code of ethics, I guess. It's often an unspoken thing, but a code of ethics or a code of practice around how you do foraging. And the general rule is don't break stuff, don't take more than you need. Leave something for other people who are coming behind. Don't harvest things that aren't ripe.
Following a social media backlash, which included racist slurs and even death threats, the couple today posted they would do some volunteer and charity work whilst in New Zealand. But people on the streets of Wellington had mixed feelings about the tourists' plans.
I think good on them when they can, because I think the other side of the coin is they're doing some charity work as well. So, yeah, why not? It costs a lot to travel.
I don't think that they should be going to a soup kitchen, because I think travelling is a luxury. I struggle to travel, so let alone travelling the country for free.
They say it's charity work, but it wasn't. It wasn't charity if you're getting a meal out of it. That's not how charity works. You do it for free. It's not out of the goodness of their hearts.
Good on them. I guess the soup kitchens thing, as long as it's the last resort, an interesting thing to do, sort of connecting them with people that they probably wouldn't connect with.
I do see why people are a bit annoyed about it, because of course that's there to support people who really, really need it. But at the same time, it's really cool what they're doing, and I think what they're doing is standing for something a lot more than what people are angry about it seem to think. I think it's a good way to show that money's not everything and materialistic things aren't everything.
Dave Enting runs a popular backpacker hostel in Nelson. He supports the tourists' idea and says their plans are brave.
What these people are doing is a one-off, and no one in the tourist industry should feel the least bit intimidated by it.
Anna Karg and Enoch Aureus have not responded to messages from RNZ today. They say they are shocked by the nasty responses from the public to their story, but maintain they still believe in the goodness of people. For Checkpoint, Katie Scotcher.